What's going on, guys? I'm Caleb.
I'm Billy.
And we're probably your new favorite show.
Probably.
And,
breaking news!
this just in.
Holy crap.
So we just found this article that just got released today. Hulk is reported to be in Thor Ragnarok, coming out November 3rd of 2017. Yes, I'm excited. That's going to be awesome.
So, the story of Ragnarok, and I'm wondering if this is the storyline they're doing, I imagine since it's Thor Ragnarok they're doing it, is this the cyborg that was created? It has all the powers of Thor. That's the Ragnarok story arc.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a Norse apocalypse.
So Ragnarok is an actual supervillain who has all of the powers of Thor. I mean, yeah, Ragnarok is like the Norse apocalypse.
Yeah. I didn't know that he was an actual person. I thought it was just...
Well, I don't know if that's what they're doing, but that's the story arc I'm familiar with, is that he's a supervillain who's a cyborg that has all the powers of Thor. So I'm wondering if they're doing that, or if it's just going to be like a Death of Thor thing.
I don't know. All I know is they said that Bruce Banner / the Hulk's going to be in it. Jamie Alexander, who plays Lady Sif, is going to be back. Mm-hmm. Tom Hiddleston, of course, Loki. And Chris Hemsworth, of course, is going to be back. He's Thor. So all the articles I read, I've read probably 5 or 6 different ones, and they're all basically saying the same thing. They're saying that a large portion of the movie isn't even going to be on Earth or Asgard.
What is it going to be?
So I'm wondering if Asgard's going to just be destroyed, or if they're going to be outrun or overrun and have to leave. Apparently they're going to be going to a distant planet. They haven't said what planet that is.
Well, that leaves a couple potential worlds we could see, such as the Frost Planet.
Yeah.
Where Loki and his people are from in this Marvel MCU. That'd be really interesting. So I'm curious, because that means that the potential for Jane Foster and people like that being in it is smaller.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who's... I mean, we just know those 3-4 people are going to be in it.
So what are your thoughts on that? On if the Hulk is in it?
I think it's going to be awesome. I'm glad now that there's an established MCU, they can kind of do what they want, and there's not really a need for the solo movies to be just solo movies anymore. Mm-hmm. Like Captain America: Civil War is going to have almost everyone in it.
I think that's like you said, that's the point. With it being established, it almost just kind of makes sense to make it like comic books,
right? Where just
you
cameos everywhere, and that's how it should be. Because in Iron Man 3, when the Extremis virus is like going out and like just everything's going to hell, the whole world, like there's no other Avengers to be found. I didn't really like that. I mean, I think something that big of a deal, like everyone, at least someone would be coming to help them out. You know what I mean? So now they're finally kind of following in those footsteps to where someone might need help. And
that's a big thing that has been brought up in the past, is that, you know, people have always been like, well, this was going on, where the hell were these guys, or where was this person? Or because they're introducing Spider-Man now, it's like, okay, well, where the hell has Spider-Man been? You know?
That's something I actually wanted to talk about later on.
So that's a big deal, is that now we can have, because sitting here right in front of me, I see comic books that have, you know, features in them. I mean, you have plenty of cameos in these alone. I mean, it's no longer, we're finally at a point where it makes more sense, because it didn't make sense in Captain America, Winter Soldier. If something that big is going on,
Hydra and the collapse of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Collapse of S.H.I.E.L.D., that only Captain America and Black Widow were there, I mean, it'd make more sense that, you know, Iron Man would show up and stuff like that, but he didn't. So I like that could be the potential direction that we're heading in now.
For sure. Yeah. So I was kind of... Go ahead.
I had one more point real quick. Now, because Hulk is in it, this could be leading up to the story arc, because they're leading up to the story arc where Captain America and Iron Man fight. This could be the story arc where Thor and Hulk fight.
I mean, it could be. Loki probably will end up doing something.
Because if I remember, Loki warps Hulk's mind, and Hulk actually ends up picking up the hammer. They're in Asgard, but obviously you just said they probably won't be there.
I mean, they're definitely going to be there for a time.
Mm-hmm. So, at one point, Hulk picks up Mjolnir and throws it at Thor and, like, breaks his ribs and kills him.
Yeah.
And he gets brought back to life.
I don't think that's... I don't see that happening.
I hope a brawl happens between them, though, because that would be a really good tip of the hat to the comics.
Maybe, yeah. I think, honestly, since Thor and the Hulk aren't going to be in Civil War, I think maybe the two movies are taking place somewhere around the same time frame.
Do you think they're building up to World War Hulk and Planet Hulk?
Yeah. Well, here's backing up what I was trying to say.
My bad.
I think it's possible, because everyone knows, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Avengers 2, which you've probably already seen.
And if not, wake the hell up.
Bruce Banner is in the Quinjet and flies away, and he disappears, and they said they found... Or they said that the ship crashed in the ocean, and they haven't found him or found the ship yet, I guess, either. I think it's possible that maybe Bruce Banner talked Thor into letting him come with him, because he thinks he's this big monster that can't be controlled, and what better place to go than somewhere off planet?
Or to frickin' Asgard, where everyone there is a god.
Exactly. Well, they're not all gods, but they're...
God's
stronger than humans, definitely. I think that might have something to do with it, and maybe he's taking him there, and this happens while they're trying to figure out what to do with him, and they're like, well, we kind of need your help, because this guy is going to destroy our whole planet.
I think that's the most likely story arc.
I think so, yeah. And...
I do hope that Hulk loses control and him and Thor fight, though.
I really think Loki's in it. I'm sure something like that's going to happen. I think the movie will end with... I don't know. I think something's going to happen that's going to set up for Planet Hulk, definitely. Even if they don't make that movie for another 5 or 10 years, because I don't know if you know this. Marvel owns rights to the Hulk movies, but Universal still owns the distribution rights. So, from what I understand, Marvel could still make the movies, but they won't get the money from it. Universal distributes it.
So do you think that's a big reason why they haven't made a solo
That's
film?
absolutely why.
That is 100% why.
Well, that and also just the Hulk solo movies just haven't really done well. But that's before...
Avengers.
Well, yeah, it's before the Avengers came out, and that's before Mark Ruffalo took over as the Hulk. And
he's done great.
Everyone loves him.
He's done great. I think at this point, a Hulk solo would be possible and do well.
And that might be what they're kind of testing the waters to see.
I think, as well as we talked about in a previous episode, I'm eager to see what becomes of Loki, and how we talked about we don't know what happened at the end of the last Thor Dark World.
Yeah.
Where Loki takes over the form of Odin and takes over the throne. We don't know what's happening yet, so I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think, because as good as I thought the Thor movies were, the 2 Thor movies that have come out are on the bottom of all the Marvel movies so far. They're the least favorite. They made the least amount of money.
The Thors?
Yeah. Which I loved them both. I mean, I guess
if
I were to list all of them, they'd probably be pretty far down, but I still liked them. I mean, I don't think there was a Marvel Cinematic Universe made movie that I haven't liked.
Honestly,
with the exception of Iron Man 3, that's probably honestly on the bottom.
I'd put Iron Man 3 I did not like. It was at the bottom, but I'd honestly put Thor above the Captain America movies.
Above Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier was good.
Wow, I really liked Winter Soldier.
Honestly, as soon as it became a bromance between him and Bucky, I loved it up until that. I loved it, and then as soon as it was like, bro, you're my world. No, you're my whole world.
That doesn't happen.
It's pretty much what happened. As soon as that's what it became, I was like, all right, killed it for me.
But yeah, I'm seeing that. I think the movie could somehow end with Hulk either in another ship going somewhere or gets abducted. Gets abducted in a similar style that Star-Lord gets abducted.
Oh!
And maybe that can be the catalyst for Planet Hulk.
Planet Hulk.
Imagine Guardians of the Galaxy 2 end credit scene.
And Hulk.
A planet with a coliseum, and then all of a sudden just like either a green blur or a spaceship just crash landing, and then like the Hulk's hand coming out or something like that, and then just...
Marvel MCU, we give you 100% rights to use that idea.
I mean, I'm sure other people have come up with that idea too.
No.
Because a lot of people said...
We're 100% original.
There was a rumor going around that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was going to have the Hulk in it, but James Gunn already shut that down.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not a potential for an end credit scene.
Well, yeah, that would be cool. And that would let... I don't know. That would be... that's what I would do. But, I mean, I'm just a fan. I'm not...
Honestly, I think that would probably be the best tie-in.
That would be cool. I mean, it's on a different planet really far away. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy would be the best place... the best movie to have that end scene on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it could definitely be something like that, and maybe he makes it back in time for Infinity War, which will also be, hopefully, interplanet movie.
So what do you think of the potential of this Thor movie? Do you think they could be trying to end the character of Thor and someone else pick up the mantle, or...
I really think it's going to end with... I don't know why. I read something, I don't even remember what it was now, but for some reason I just have it in my head that Thor is going to be in prison somewhere at the end of this movie. And that he's going to be gone
I think we talked about
for
this in
part one of Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think almost all the main Avengers will not be in Infinity War Part 2.
I think we talked about this in the previous episode, and I brought up the Thor Unworthy, which, what would I like? I would like for Thor to become deemed unworthy, and then, as in the new series, get picked up by Jane Foster, and she becomes the new Thor. However, I do not want Natalie Portman to be Thor.
I was about to say the same thing. I don't want Natalie Portman
I love Natalie Portman. Oh my God, I love Natalie Portman. Like, Natalie, if you're watching this, I love you. But I do not want Natalie Portman being Thor. But
no, God, no. No, please. Please, no.
That's it, like, but that would be a really cool story arc. Or if they have to, it's just some female. I think a female Thor in the movies would be really dope.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Or
the Thor core.
Beta Ray Bill is what I was gonna say.
Dude, if Beta Ray Bill was in the movies, I'd pay to see it like 6 times.
I'm pretty sure they said that he wasn't, but I am almost positive that was him in the Collector's little prison thing. That looked just like him.
I know Adam Warlock was in there.
Yeah, he was there. The dog, Rocket, was his name Rocket? His name wasn't Rocket. I don't remember his name.
I know Howard Duck was.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know why they...
First off, why cinematic world?
If you're not going to make a movie about him, why would you put him in like that at the very end? Where
okay, why?
I mean, it fit the tone, I guess.
So my question, though, is why, and this is just a segue from this, why in the history of movies was that the first ever superhero movie?
Was it?
That was the first superhero, because before they just had TV shows. But it was Howard Duck. I don't think he played a superhero, but I remember it was like 1980 something, and before that we had only had TV shows.
We had like Superman and stuff like that.
I don't think we had movies yet, because Christopher Reeve, did we? Well, that was the first. If it was the first Marvel. Because I know before that Captain America was a TV show.
Yeah,
Hulk was a TV show.
Hulk.
Wonder Woman's
Batman.
not Marvel. I said Marvel.
Oh, I was just naming off superheroes.
Silly goose.
Silly duck.
Silly oh, get it because it's our duck.
But yeah, I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think it's also I'd like, and this is just a segue again, but a personal thing. I'd like to start seeing a Segway. I keep using Segway. I want to ride a Segway. Do you know the inventors of Segway died by driving off a cliff on a Segway on accident?
Really?
It wasn't like a high cliff. It wasn't high enough.
It was high enough to kill him, I guess.
It was also
They actually died?
Yeah, he actually died. He was
Wow.
riding a Segway and, like, screwed it up and...
What an idiot.
Yeah.
I'm never going to buy
And
it.
the creator of Match.com lost his wife to a guy she met on Match.com. These are all ironic twists. Speaking of ironic twists, so I would like to see the Marvel universe connect with the TV universe.
Well, it does.
I want to see it, like, on the big screen.
Oh, okay. I think it will. Infinity Wars Part 1,
Do you think the Inhumans are going to be on the big screen anytime soon?
2019, they had the movie.
Oh, yeah? Do you think they're going to use the same people from the show?
I don't know. It depends. I have no idea what they're going to go for. But yeah. What was I about to say? What were we just talking about right before you said Inhumans? Oh, the Marvel TV shows. I'm really hoping the Defenders are going to be in Infinity Wars Part 1. I mean, they're going to have the new Avengers.
Well, Jessica Jones comes out next year.
Yeah. Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Punisher, maybe. Elektra, maybe. Who else? Who am I missing? One or two more. But anyways.
Cave? No.
Anyway. Yeah, so I'm really hoping, like, Spider-Man, Black Widow, obviously. Or not Black Widow. Black Widow, I guess.
Who are we missing? We're missing somebody.
Falcon, Winter Soldier, who...
No, I meant TV
one of those
shows.
two will be the new Captain America in the movies. I'm calling it right now.
I don't like the comic version of Falcon Captain America, but if the guy whose name I can't remember right now, who plays Falcon in MCU, took over as Captain America, I'd be completely cool with it.
I want to see a sort of struggle between Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes trying to figure out which one's going to take over. Because in the comics, they both were at one point Captain America. And in the comics, at least, Steve Rogers dies in the Civil War storyline.
So, I'm very confused because the Winter Soldier is still a villain in the comics. So, I didn't follow Captain America too much, but is the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes in the comics?
I think so, yeah. There may be more than one.
Okay, because I still remember the Winter Soldier being around, like, for a long time.
Yeah.
He's like his arch nemesis.
Yeah. Well, the Red Skull's his
Well, the
arch
Red Skull,
nemesis.
but
yeah.
No, I don't like the Red Skull. I thought the Red Skull was the dumbest supervillain ever.
Yeah, I guess he's... I don't know. He's not
Stupid.
that great. But yeah, like in the comics, Captain America, Steve Rogers dies, and I believe it was at the end of Civil War, and the Winter Soldier...
Iron Man kills him.
Yeah, and Bucky Barnes becomes Captain America. And now in the comics, it's Falcon, which...
I used to have the dopest T-shirt as a kid of Iron Man holding the American flag and Captain America's shield after he had just killed Captain America.
That's awesome.
It's morbid for a child to be wearing, but I loved it.
It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, something... I could see that being something for Infinity War Part 1, why none of the main Avengers are there. Like, Thor is imprisoned or captured. Hulk is on Planet Hulk or somewhere. Captain America's dead, and Iron Man probably feels so bad about everything that he retires. And Infinity War Part 1 happens, and it's just the new Avengers, Spider-Man...
Taking on Thanos?
Yeah.
See, I'm really...
And the Guardians of the Galaxy, hopefully the Defenders, because I would really like to see that.
Well,
Black
what
Widow,
has to happen
Scarlet
is
Witch.
Thanos has to fight the Guardians of the Galaxy first, because that's how it happens in the comics. He fights the Guardians of the Galaxy and still makes it to Earth.
Yeah. It'll probably be in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, or they might be in the very beginning of
Infinity Wars?
Yeah. I mean...
Infinity Wars is going to be, like, so freaking massive.
Oh yeah, there's rumors saying that it's going to have a $1 billion budget.
Well, it's going to be essentially the end of phase 3, right?
No.
Or is it the start of phase 3?
No, it's the end. It's towards the end. There's still the Inhumans come on after that, unless they move it around, and that's all ending around 2019. And they just released that they are making 3 more films in 2020. They're not telling anybody what it is.
So that would have to be phase 4.
They could be the end of phase 3. I mean,
I'm excited.
It probably is the end of phase 3.
You want to know the most?
Because Ant-Man was the end of phase 2. You know what I mean? Instead of Avengers, so.
The most excited the movie I'm most excited for. Movie I'm most excited for is Black Panther.
That's the movie you're most excited for?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be good, but that's not the movie I'm most excited for.
I'm excited, dude.
I'm excited now that they've announced. By the way, they've announced. I think we've already said this in the last episode. They've announced Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh yeah.
I think we already talked about it, but
no, that's what we were going to talk about this episode. But that was the other thing I was forgetting. I couldn't remember we were going to. So what date was that set to come out? Ant-Man and the Wasp.
That's 2018.
18.
I think it's between Infinity Wars Part 1 and Part 2. Because they moved Inhumans back. No. They moved Captain Marvel back for this. They moved it back. Yeah.
Okay.
To 2019. So it's 2018, I believe. Yeah. They moved a bunch of movies around. So now I don't even... I had them all like almost memorized where they were going in the timeline. And then they moved a couple things around. But yeah, they moved Captain Marvel back. And then they put Ant-Man and the Wasp, which is going to be the title of it. So Evangeline Lilly finally gets to get some action.
Well, that'd be really cool. I just feel so weird because I feel like the Avengers have just been all over the place. And I feel like it hasn't really followed the comics too much on how the Avengers have gone. Because the Avengers, if you remember...
Well, you can't. I mean, the Avengers is comprised of, like, Wolverine and all
Well, that's the ultimate.
X-Men
That's the ultimate Avengers. I'm talking about the original Avengers, where it started with Ant-Man and the Wasp, Iron Man, Hulk, and Thor.
It didn't start with Captain America?
No.
Captain America wasn't in it?
Mm-mm.
Pretty sure he was in it.
Pretty sure he wasn't.
But the title of the movie is the first.
It's the 1967, 63. I got this. Good old Googs.
Good old Googs. But yeah, I mean, I don't want it to follow the comics. I mean, then you know what happens.
Where is it? Where are you? Right there. Yep. Hold on. The original Avengers. Cue picture. I only knew that because I had like the phone case for like 6 months of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
and
so
we're back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Woo! We just froze time. And time traveled. Y'all don't even know what just happened. What happened? You don't know. Who knows? We don't know.
We may or may not have filmed another episode within an episode. It's Inception.
Episodeception.
All right, so another thing we want to talk about briefly is the fact that most everyone already knows, and if you don't, you're about to find out.
If you don't know,
they
now
are
you know.
Going ahead with a Killing Joke, Batman the Killing Joke animated movie.
And Mark Hamill is confirmed to be the voice of the Joker.
Yep. Hopefully they make Kevin Conroy, or they don't make him if he doesn't want to do it, but I think he would want to do it. But hopefully he comes back and does the voice of Bruce Wayne and Batman.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, they just announced that
he was the perfect voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
Hopefully they well, not hopefully. I think it was WWB.
WWE.
WB, Warner Brothers, and DC. They gave them the green light to make it a rated R animated movie.
So they signed off. They said, you guys are good to make it rated R. Now, whether or not they're going to...
That's a completely different story.
But would we like it to?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Why? Because I think the fact that it was rated It was graphic.
It was a rated R comic. I mean, it wasn't, but
if you guys aren't familiar with The Killing Joke,
read it.
Read it. It's the origin story of the Joker. Came out in the 80s, I believe.
80s or 90s?
80s or early 90s, and it was talks about his wife being pregnant with his kid, and him being a failing comedian, and ends up his wife gets killed, and he gets involved in this mob heist, and then he falls into the vat of like radioactive waste that bleaches
his skin
and hair and stuff,
makes him kind of go crazy,
and is the final cherry on the
he kind of goes crazy. I don't know if you guys probably wouldn't believe that, but
yeah. I don't know if you know this, but the Joker's he's insane.
He's insane.
He's crazy.
Insane clown posse.
Insane in the membrane.
He's in the ICP.
Got no brain.
Yeah.
He's ICP. He was the founder of ICP.
Yep. That's confirmed.
He was the founder of Icy Wieners.
Icy Wiener.
Is there an Icy Wiener? Oh, real funny, guys. No, so he ends up going on to be the Joker, and then the most messed up thing I've seen in comics since the Terror comics that I read as a child in my basement.
In my basement alone.
Alone in my basement, reading Terror comics about a murderous fiend. Yeah, where he shoots Barbara Gordon, paralyzing her, strips her down, takes pictures of her, kidnaps Jim Gordon, and then
tortures
him, and then
and
shows him
these pictures of his naked daughter,
who's now paralyzed.
Who is also paralyzed. Yeah.
And then at the very end of it, spoiler alert, he makes Batman laugh. And that's the cool part, because you don't know if after that, if he kills him or not.
Yeah, that's true.
DeMarcus is heading to Nashville.
Oh. DeMarcus is heading to Nashville.
Hey guys, if you were wondering, DeMarcus is heading to Nashville.
He's going to Nashville.
He's doing it, guys. Yes.
Rest in peace, headphone users.
It's a condenser mic. But yeah, I think the only way they can do this is rated R.
If they don't make it rated R, I'm not watching it.
That's not true.
I'm still going to watch it. I'm still going to watch it.
You're going to be holed up in that chair back there, naked, eating popcorn and Cheetos. Flamin' hot Cheetos.
Flamin' hot Cheetos, that's
Those
right.
are the best. But yeah, I think you have to. I mean, even like you had said about the pictures, even if they don't show what's on the pictures, if it's just like a glary shot of something.
It still needs to be gruesome.
It still needs to be, because that's what made it so damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, that just shows how messed up of people we are, but...
Especially if they did go that route and show one of the Joker's origin stories, it needs to be... Are you talking to my pops?
No!
They,
I need help.
I don't know where I was going anymore.
He said something about it being R and gruesome.
Yeah, I mean, if it's the Joker's origin story, it needs to be told. It needs to be like gritty and dark and disturbing. Like he goes crazy. Like he drives himself mad. So they need to show that in the movie.
I think because in the beginning he starts off as just a struggling, timid, normal guy, and then he progresses to this insane,
Clown Prince of Crime.
Devil may care, which is the word I was trying to find when I was talking about in our thing we filmed that hasn't even been released yet, so never mind.
All right.
So never mind. Sorry, guys. Devil may care is the word I was looking for, though, when you hear me say die hardy.
Die hardy.
Die hard, die hardy. Die hardy!
Die Hardy. Tom Hardy.
Did I tell you what I'm going as for Halloween? Pip Squeakins, Mouse Detective. No? Why am I the only one who thinks that's like the most hilarious thing ever? Pip Squeakins, Mouse Detective. What do you guys think? What do you think of me going as Pip Squeakins, Mouse Detective? Please comment below.
Yeah, what do you think, Tommy?
What do you think, Thomas Truth? Tommy. Good old Tommy. Hey, love you, Tommy. But, yeah.
I don't know how this happens. Sometimes I look down on my paper and there's just weird drawings and I don't remember doing them.
If you guys only knew some of the things he drew, he's probably the
like
Joker.
If I turn this into my teacher in like second grade, they would call my parents and be like, "There's something wrong with your child."
Dude, you'd be submitted for a psych eval.
Well, I need that anyway.
It's nothing.
It's like the angel of death. There's 3 tornadoes.
Nothing,
Anyways, sorry.
Nothing but male genitalia.
Crazy. No, there's not. There's not any male genitalia. Not on this one.
Genitalia.
Genetics.
Fellatio.
Is that a spell?
No.
Did you just make that a spell?
I made it a spell, but you know what it is. You guys know what it is.
I know what it is.
Fellatio.
Alright, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Again,
watching.
I'm Caleb.
I'm Billy.
And this was probably your new favorite show.
It's probably your new favorite show. Drop the mic. Let's mouse.